Welcome to a very, very special Duranie distraction. Oh yes, we are here, and this is just such a special episode. And okay, I'll call myself on my own stuff. Every episode is special because you guys keep showing up. It's like crazy. But yeah, today is just like off the charts, completely way out of the reservation. Really, really excited about it. And poor Christine, she's just given me up. Like, oh my God, I'll be like all set, ready to just enjoy time with her. And then someone else will write a little submission in, and I'm like, no, I have to go. I have to. And you guys obviously, you come first, unfortunately. Fortunately, but anyway, I'm torn. It's a conflict. But this is really, really excited about today's episode. So, I just don't want to fill it with too many words, but lots and lots of stuff to recognize, starting off with Nile Rodgers' birthday and all kinds of stuff. Okay, but before we go anywhere, we need love for ourselves, right? So let's just get this out of the way. This is like what it's all about. There's always room, time, and reason to give ourselves a little recognition. So if you can find a little space for yourself, no matter what you're doing, just breathe in. Just be with me in this moment. This is really, really important because you guys are going through so much, and you're adapting, and you're still here. Okay, so okay. I am good enough. I am strong enough, especially when life shakes up my picture with its lizard mixture. But I'm still dancing on my eventide. So just decided to add that in because we're still dancing. We're still here. Okay. So, oh my gosh, you guys are just amazing. This is such a beautiful, tight-knit, just intricately woven community. I mean, I see it all the time in posts that you guys do to support each other, things that, of course, you send me. But, just to really cast a spotlight on it with this particular episode, it highlights everything good about being a Duranie and belonging to this tribe. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, all the feels. I mean, and I will totally own how difficult it's been for the people that approached me. I had to say, one person per submission. It was excruciating. I know. You can totally blame it on me. You guys totally put up with it. I know for every single fan out there who has connected with someone, there's at least a dozen others who have brightened their lives and made the whole Duranie experience better. So I know it's very hard, okay? But thanks for doing it. And we have a whole long 45 minutes of unsuspecting Duranies getting ready to get their hugs. This is just so exciting. Before we go into it, Nile Rodgers' birthday. Oh my God, this is a man who has just heightened every, he has done so much for the band. I mean, I thought The Reflex was great when it came out, but then Nile put his spin on it, and it was just like amazing. Oh my God. Oh! So, yeah, Nile Rodgers, happy birthday, man. You have conquered so much, and we love you. You are just so amazing, and look forward to what you do with your next chapter. And way to go. I'm so glad you're healthy, and you're just a warrior. Just the visuals today to accompany all the memories, or actually all the shout-outs, are going to come with a little special meaning. I want to do a little bit of shout-out to two Greek Duranies out there, some fantastic people in Greece, Kostas Frigoulis and Angelos Georgis. Fantastically thoughtful people who recently they sent me some really amazing memorabilia, and they're always supporting. And so, just in honor of you, I have a book full of pinup pages from the Greek magazine Maviva, and I'm probably massacring that pronunciation, but lots and lots of stuff in here. So you have something to look at besides me. That's really, really important. Okay. Take a breath. This is so meaningful. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see what happens when each of you hears something that kind of makes your heart go a little extra thump thump. Okay? Thump thump, thump thump. Okay. So let's start by opening the book, okay? Oh yeah, artwork of the band. You know, that's really, really difficult to do, okay? To actually draw the band members and make them look like themselves, which is why I've never attempted it. But I always get the cheekbones and the pursed lips, but that's it. So this is a beautiful rendition of the band from '81, and it actually was used on wrapping paper, if you can believe that. So, which I do not have. So someone out there, if you have a spare, you know, keep it for yourself. Just, you know, wrap yourself up in it, snug as a bug in a rug every night. Okay, here we go. This is what happens when I talk too much, and this is the factory of the feels. Let's get to manufacturing, huh? We're going to start off with Gina Plenderleith reaching out to Caroline Moxie. Yay, Caroline! Okay, Caroline Moxie, you are about to get hugged, girl. My secret Duranie is Caroline Moxie. She's such a sweet, sweet girl. Her love for Duran Duran is immense, despite never seeing them live. We became friends through the Duran Duran fan page and arranged to meet up at the Isle of Wight Festival back in June. It would have been her first Duran concert. We also booked tickets for the Hyde Park gig, and despite never meeting Caroline, I invited her to stay at our home. I was so sweet. I was so excited to go see the band again and to meet her. But of course, COVID interrupted all of those plans. Damn you! Okay. But she and I have remained close, messaging on a daily basis. I had a flood, my dog sadly died, and she was there every day, asking how I am and sending me love. I'm very busy as a fitness instructor, and Caroline sends daily reminders of the Duranie distractions, or the latest Duran events. She's been a Duran Duran COVID rock. I'd like to thank her and let her know she makes a big difference in my life. Oh, Caroline, consider yourself hugged by Gina Plenderleith. That's so cool. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Oh, okay. Oh, and by the way, this whole day is being shared by Action Simon. I actually received Simon recently from my friend Peggy Doriga, and he's going to be here judging my performance and probably giving me an evaluation afterwards. Erin McGee wrote in. Who did she write about? Branduin Briggs. Branduin, this is for you from Erin McGee. Branduin is always just a message away to encourage me or feed my creativity. She's always there to provide a smile with a picture of my favorite Duran member, and she's also a great, yes, let's go get food and dance the night away friend whenever we meet up. Totally second that. Erin, very sweet. Branduin, you affected someone else. That's so cool. Okay. Bernadette Ackley wrote in. Bernadette. That is a powerful name. Just wrap your syllables around it. Bernadette Ackley. Who did she write on? Lisa Boer. Lisa. Bernadette Ackley writes on Lisa Boer. My BFF Lisa Boer is my Duranie partner in crime. We've been Duranis and friends since 8th grade in 1982. Whether purchasing books, magazines, and posters, scouring record shops for rare 12-inch vinyl, or spending countless hours listening to Duran Duran on her dad's stereo, we've done it together. Our love for the band hasn't wavered, and as adults, we go to concerts together. One of our great memories is following the band from Atlanta to Nashville during the Paper Gods tour. That's dedication. Somebody get her a merit badge. That's amazing. Road trip. Wow. I've enjoyed our Duranie experiences so much and wouldn't change it for the world. Plus, we perfectly complement each other's tastes. Lisa's a Simon fan. I'm all about John. Life is good. That's a critical piece, right? It's important to pick a friend who has a different member than you, because otherwise there's fun, healthy, fun, active competition. Yeah. No, that's very cool. That's beautiful. Lisa's a Simon fan. I'm all about John. Life is good. Okay, who do we got? Here we go. Oh, there's a Roger and a John. Oh, look at the pic of John. Oh my God, look at that. Love it. Okay. So this is a perfect backdrop for this next person. Elisa Lorello. Elisa. Who did you pick? Elisa DeLeo. Yes, same name, different person. Oh, this is going to be good. Elisa Lorello on Elisa DeLeo. My longtime bestie, Elisa, yep, same name as me, and I have been deranged since we were 13. She's the one that got me into the band in the first place. 30 years later, we met the band together at the Paper Gods record store signing in New York. I wouldn't have wanted to be there with anyone else. Yeah, an experience like that, shared with someone like that, that is very cool. That's a prescription for magical memories. Beautiful. Tina Allen Gallo writes in. Oh, we have Nick and Simon accompanying her. Look at that. Okay, see that okay? Okay, good. Tina Allen Gallo. Who did she pick? Amy Cosgrove. Amy Cosgrove, come on down. Okay. I would like to give, I'll try not to do that with everyone. I would like to give a shout out to my friend Amy Cosgrove. I can't even remember how many years back now, but our boys were playing at the Fillmore in San Francisco, and a computer problem prevented me from getting tickets. Talk about girl panic. I emailed all my Duranie friends trying to find somebody that had an extra ticket. Finally, somebody hooked me up with Amy. She was very gracious, and we got along fabulously. I bought the ticket from her, and we arranged our meeting. But then, Amy calls me up to change everything. She had won 2 tickets to an acoustic performance the day before the big concert. Oh my God, I'm getting the feels. And she asked me if I wanted to be her +1. Hell yeah. Amy didn't know me at all, except from a few conversations on the telephone, and now she was willing to invite me to a Duranie's dream. I took the train up there, and we met for the first time. We had a blast. There were cocktails, followed by an amazing show, and we even met Anna and Dom afterwards. The next day, we went to the Fillmore, and we've been inseparable ever since. Thank you, Amy, for being a true friend and a true Duranie. Whoa, that is an act of kindness that carries a supercharged, steroid-driven, extra flavor. Whoa, that is really, really special. Way to go, Amy. You deserve that hug. Holy moly, that's really cool. Okay, Tracy here. Hey, Tracy. Okay. Oh, there's John. Oh, and a little bit up. White mesh on Roger. Okay. Yeah, that alone is going to make this a special episode. Rebecca Weigold writes in. Fantastic person. Rebecca Weigold. Who did you pick? Could it be Janet McCabe? Janet! Oh, I love Janet. Okay. Janet McCabe has been my #Duran Live concert buddy for 4 years. We talk and share all things Duran Duran. When I lost both of my parents this year, even though we live 4 states and hundreds of miles apart, Janet stayed close to me. Thank you, Janet, for being my truly special Duranie. That's really beautiful. Rebecca, I know you've been through the absolute emotional ringer with lots of loss, so that's so cool you ended up with a friend like Janet. So, you deserve that. Whew, okay. Will I make it through this episode? I don't know. Tune in, find out. Okay. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Double shot of Duran love. Okay. Brian Castro. Who did you pick for your little secret September bud? Brian Castro writes in about Jenna Steiner Fife. It could be Fifey. I'm sorry if I massacred your last name. So Jenna Steiner Fife. Jenna is an old friend of mine who I reconnected with a few years ago. Sadly, our paths went in different directions again. Her passion for music and live events make me envious. She and I have more than just the music between us. She now writes for a music blog, and I am an admirer from afar. Maybe one day our paths will intersect, but for now, she is meant for someone else, not me. Wow, that's profound, Brian. I'm just really touched that you opened up like that. Thank you very much. Laura Balshaw writes in. Laura, thank you for contributing something. And who did you contribute about? Let's see. Maybe it should be Lynn Deacon. Lynn Deacon. I met Lynn via DDM in 2003, and we've become concert twins. We share our love of Duran Duran, especially John Taylor. And while Duran are not touring, we see all our other favorite 80s bands. Things have been tough recently for Lynn, but we have been there for each other at every turn. Now, into our 17th year as friends, I thank Duran Duran for bringing us together initially, but making us friends forever. That was really sweet. You know, as we're all getting older, our friendships are just growing in longevity. And 17 years as friends. It's pretty special. That's really cool. Thank you, Laura. Lynn, you've been hugged. You've been hugged. You've been served. Okay. Sten Jorgensen. Who did you write about? Holy cow, on the other side of the world. Oh, look at that. I have a nice collage just for Sten. Sten, who did you write about? I admire Kim Gallagher's effort and dedication to her love for Duran Duran when she travels all the way from Seattle to see shows in Europe. Kim Gallagher! Oh! Beautiful and impressive, and I loved meeting her in Denmark last summer. You know, I have to second that, Sten. My gosh, Kim, not only does she travel, but she picks out these ensembles that are just like every single, Duran's logo, their faces and places that are just, oh my God, it's amazing. It's just like she is all Duran'd out every time I see her. So yeah, that girl knows how to do it. Very cool. Thanks for recognizing that, Sten. Yeah, traveling all the way. Someday I hope to do that. Someday. There's so many peeps in other faraway places. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, yes, Rebecca Blake's photo session. Love it. And of course, we have a nice collage there. Greek magazines know how to turn it up and turn it on. Okay. Tabitha Mueller writes in. Tabitha, who did you pick? Tabitha writes, I want to send a hug out to Ben Post. Ben Post is the JT in the Duran tribute band here in Dallas. Because we hadn't personally met until the September 5th show, he purposely sought me out. He was so nice and humble, and it was cool to compare notes about Duran Duran. He just seems like such a genuine soul. Ben Post, you have been hugged by the Tabitha. That's so cool. Ben Post. There's so many great tribute bands out there. That's really cool. Alicia Carroll comes up here. What? Who did Alicia pick? Well, I'm going to pick these to go with Alicia here. Look at that. More Rebecca Blake, the concert, the press conference in 1984 in LA. Okay. This teaches me to not veer away from the fans. This is what happens. Alicia Carroll picks Amber Robertson. Amber! I met Amber in 1991 and 1992 era while attending the Fashion Institute of Design and Marketing in LA. We used to spend most of our English class talking about Duran Duran and Depeche Mode. We stalked Duran at the Peninsula Hotel in Santa Monica and met the band in our PJs. I have not checked that off on my bucket list yet. Met the band in our PJs. Amber was just such a fun person, and every time we hung out was the best time. I think Amber is one of the biggest Duran fans ever. She had every article, every record, every cassette, along with jewelry, tattoos, and even AA batteries bearing the band's logo. Amber's an awesome person and means a lot to me. Wow, very cool. Alicia loves her Amber Robertson. That's cool. Okay. More horizontals. Great. Okay. So, hope you can see those okay. Angela Clark Striegel wrote in about Amy Torchon. Amy Torchon. Amy Torchon is my Duranie soulmate. We met on Facebook in 2011 when she shared an MP3 file of a bonus track I hadn't heard. We clicked immediately. Simon Le Bon's Sister Wives. She's always there for me. We laugh about everything. She was the person saying, "It's all right, I gotcha," when I ugly cried through Secret October. And we share a love for Zaxby's and Bob Evans too. Seriously, love this girl and can't imagine her not in my life. You know, I've been looking at my own face when I cry, and it's like, yeah, I can totally get the ugly cry. And to have someone there like, I got you, that's really cool. You know, Christine's done that for me. She's probably looking the other way when it happens, but that's a real experience. It's really cool. And just the whole sentiment about, you know, a Duranie reaching out, I gotcha. You know, oh, so glad you have that, Angela. So, very nice. Thank you. And I got to look up Zaxby's and Bob Evans. Michelle Long writes in. Michelle writes about Debbie Ann Mashek. Debbie Ann! I met Debbie Ann a few years ago. I asked her over, and we had hours of fun talking about Duran Duran, dishing on John, and listening to our favorite Duran songs, especially Hold Back the Rain. Love it. Good taste in Duran hits. And, you know, that's something that I miss so much, having someone over to listen to the band. I mean, Christine's awesome to listen to. We dance, we roll our eyes together. Well, she rolls her eyes while I dance. It's a great team. But having people over to listen to the band, oh, God, I long for that. So that's going to come again, but can't happen soon enough. Really, really cool. Okay. Oh, look at this. Love this. I love this band. Yeah. Caroline Moxie. Caroline Moxie writes about, Gina Plenderleith. Yes, this is about you, Gina. Oh my gosh. I would love to tell you about my wonderful Duranie friend, Gina Plenderleith. Even though we haven't met in person yet, her kindness, generosity, and friendship shines through, and her love for Duran Duran has no boundaries. This band brought us together, and I can hardly wait until we can share a concert, cheering our hearts out side by side. Thank you, Gina. I feel touched and proud to be your friend. They did it for each other. They did it for each other. Oh my God, that was so cool. When I saw that come through, I was like, yes, this is what it's all about. That was really, really cool. I hope that happens again. That's really cool. Okay, Julie Abraham writes in. Julie! Here's more Duran for you. Julie Abraham writes about Zoltan, her husband. Oh, couldn't see that coming. Yeah, it's so sweet. My special Duranie is my husband, Zoltan. After I told him that Duran was my favorite band, he started out as a Duranie supporter and soon grew to like the music himself. A lot! He's been my solid partner, my forever love, and my rock. And so we rock together to Duran Duran to the end. Love that. Way to go, Julie. Oh, I'm so glad you guys ended up together. Perfect team. Oh, look at this. Hey, John. Oh, my God, the John smile. John smile. Oh, look at this. Love. This is why we do what we do. We go crazy for Duran Duran. Okay, let's not sing ever. Okay. Delisa Jones writes in. She had something to say to Markel Morris. Delisa's talking about Markel. When I became friends with Markel Morris over 13 years ago, I did not expect it to go beyond chatting online. However, our connection grew to meeting up for shows, attending family events, and visiting each other, all of which have been enriching opportunities for cultivating friendship. Markel is also the reason I have befriended so many Duranis over the years. Even though we may not see each other or chat often, it always feels natural and easy to just pick up from where we are in our lives at that moment. She has been a shining example of demonstrating her faith through challenges and adversities while continuing to press forward in her life. I'm grateful for knowing her, as well as everyone connected to her. Really well stated. Thank you so much, Lisa. Markel, you enjoy your hug. Sounds like you've earned it, girl. Okay. Michelle Kennedy's comes up next. Michelle. Look at this. Okay, got that? There we go. I hate the reflections here. Okay. Here's a close-up. There we go. And yeah. So, Michelle Kennedy writes about Cecilia Garcia. Although Cecilia and I have never met, I enjoy the lovely friendship we have had for many years due to our love of Duran Duran, including countless delicious tags in Simon photos. I really hope to meet someday soon to give her a big hug. Oh, I hope you guys do too. Cecilia is just a gem, and you picked a good one. Very cool. Very sweet. Okay, who do we have next? With a stuffed tiger. Oh, is that so cute? Okay. Diane Aguilar writes in. Who did you write about? Tony Furtado! Tony Furtado. The Duranie who's made the biggest impact in my life is Tony Furtado, otherwise known as the Lizard King. Those of us who have been a part of the online Duranie community since the late 1990s will know the reason why. But for those who don't know, Tony used to run the biggest Duran fan site in existence, and his accompanying message board community was the epicenter of Duranie conversations before the band even had an official website. I met a lot of friends and made a lot of happy memories thanks to that website, and have remained friends with Tony and his lizard queen, Melissa Henry, throughout the years. Every time I encounter a Canadian who loves Duran Duran, I always mention that the biggest fan site to have ever existed was run by a Canadian, since Tony is a proud one. I'd like to thank him for all the light he's brought into so many lives, especially mine. I second that. Oh my gosh, I remember Lizard King. I posted on there, not as much as most people, but there were some great people on there. That was a fantastic meeting area. A conduit for real connections. Very, very cool. Good choice, Diane. Okay, Emma Caulfield writes in next. Emma, there's John leaning against a car. Okay, who did Emma pick? John Skinner. Oh, John, this is for you. Surprise. Okay, Emma Caulfield writes in, John and I have become good Duranie friends in the last month. Love discussing all things Duran with him. We talk about each album they've released, always letting each other know when we've heard Duran on the radio or on the telly, and we talk about our experiences seeing them live. He's just real fun to talk to, and I look forward to our daily chats. There is so much warmth that comes across the pond from that man. I completely agree, Emma. Very, very cool. John, you've been hugged. Yes, by Emma. Oh, very cool. Teresa Eicham writes all the way from Norway. Who did you pick, Teresa? Who does a Norwegian Duranie pick? Well, she writes, it is really unfair. It's really unfair being forced to choose only one Duranie. That being said, I'd like to give a shout out to Chrissy Anderson Peters. Oh, totally agree. Her kindness and compassion for other people and the passion for what she does is absolutely amazing. She has made my day more than once. She's truly a wonderful person and great friend. Oh, I absolutely concur. Oh, Chrissy, the warmth that comes out of that woman, just like she's just stepped up so many ways for so many people. And she just comes across this amazing merchandise. She's like so resourceful and kind and truthful just about how beautiful life can be. Okay. I'm just like, I need to just shut up because this is Teresa's words. Teresa, way to go. Chrissy Anderson Peters. Very cool. Let's see. Who do we have next? Monique Thibodeau. Thibodeau, I think? Who did you pick? Stephanie Michelle Long. Stephanie Michelle Long's in the house. Okay, Stephanie Michelle Long just loves being a Duran Duran fan, and she knows it. She always proudly shares her photos with me and everyone else. I really enjoy sharing the devotion with her. We so love our wild boys, or rather our sexy, well-aged wild men. They have aged well. They really do. Well done. Very cool, Stephanie. You've been hugged by Monique. Yay. Marie Levy writes in. Okay. Ooh, look at that one. It's a brooding one of John. Very cool. Okay. Marie Levy picks Jen Walsh. She picks Jen Walsh. Oh, yay. Duran Duran Appreciation Day 2009. I wanted to enjoy it in Seattle at the epicenter of Durandom. Travel from Texas was expensive, but I was doing my best to figure it out. Generous, awesome, super Duranie Jen Walsh invited me into her home, fed me, and got me where I needed to go for the greatest time ever. So honored to call this amazing, thoughtful person my friend. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And so well deserved. Zoltan Abraham writes in. Oh, by the way, there's a close-up of John there. Yes. Who could you possibly have picked for your secret Duranie? Zoltan, you picked Julie. Oh, they picked each other. Oh, gosh. Just needed a moment to let that in. That's so sweet. I was introduced to Duran Duran by Julie Abraham, the wonderful lady who was to become my wife. The beauty of the music of Duran Duran is a symbol of the myriad ways Julie has enriched my life. Thank you for the music between us, sweetheart. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Hallmark moment. Madison Hollowman writes in. Madison, who could you possibly have picked? Oh, that's a good shot. While I keep everyone in suspense, here's a little shot of Duran Duran on Pop Quiz. Love it. Okay. Madison Holloman writes in. About 6 years ago, movie theaters showed a Duran Duran concert. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm keeping it a secret. Okay. About 6 years ago, movie theaters showed a Duran Duran concert that David Lynch ruined. Way to start. Still, it was an amazing night as Duranis united, cheering like it was a real concert. Then there was the moment after the show when I saw my future best friend, Diane Davis. Diane! She looked cool, so I walked over to introduce myself. We added each other on Facebook, and I was very excited to have a new Duranie friend. When Bowie died, we saw each other's posts, and she quickly messaged me, "Want to come over and watch some Duran Duran videos?" Did I ever? Turned out Diane lived literally 5 minutes away. We quickly forged a connection that has only grown stronger over the past 6 years. Best friends. We've seen DD together at least 5 times, along with countless other bands. I look forward to many more. Maddie, you picked an awesome one. Diane Davis, you two are just like peanut butter and jelly. Very cool. Carol T. Poland wrote in. Who in the world could you have picked, Carol? Oh, other than Simon, right? Carol picked Monique Mashman. Carol picked Monique. Monique Mashman has changed my life for the better. Almost every day we exchange Duran Duran photos via shared albums. It is so much fun. Being friends with Monique is so easy. It's just a reflex for me. I see what you did there. Oh, you're brilliant. Very, very cool. Carol, Monique, you are just two Duranies in a pod. I love the fact that you've connected. Very cool. Maureen Schmidt-Lutz is next, stepping right up to the plate. Who did you talk about? Well, in 2018, Kim Gallagher, Kim again. Kim Gallagher found me on a DD Facebook fan page. She was so welcoming. Like many fans, I've loved the boys my whole life. But I was new to this Duranie world, and Kim became my tour guide. She opened me up to so many experiences and new friends. We had already clicked on Facebook, but finally met in person when Duran played Vegas in 2019. It was as if we had been friends our whole lives. She is just so kind, caring. There's more to our friendship than just Duran Duran. We're like sisters from another mister, as she is so fond of saying. I love her calls, making the long distance between us disappear. I consider Kim one of my best friends. So thankful for our friendship. Beautiful, Maureen and Kim. Yay! That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Kim, you've been hugged again. Okay. Oh, look at this. Wild. Oh, wild. Jennifer Gonsalves writes in. Who did you write about? I'd like to send a huge and very special thank you to Stephanie Long. Stephanie! Oh, it wasn't long before Stephanie gets a hug. Okay. I'd like to send a huge and very special thank you to Stephanie Long for joining me in the Duranie fandom world. She loves the band, JT in particular, as much as I do, and I delight in talking with her about anything related to DD or John. I really love having someone to share all that with. I love the fact that you do have someone to share all that with. That's beautiful. Stephanie, you've been hugged. Kathy Cash Angwin writes in. Kathy, who did you write about? Kirsten Black. Kirsten Black. This special Duranie I haven't known very long, but she has come to be a very dear friend. Testing each other with Duran Duran quizzes, being a shoulder for each other, she has been there when I needed someone to talk to, especially this past week. She has a crazy, wicked side that makes her a hoot to talk with, and I only wish we lived closer. Kirsten Black, thank you for giving me just what I need when I need it the most. Duranie life's better with you in it. Mwah! That was totally for you, Kirsten. That's really beautiful. I think everything in the world, like political debates or talking about friends, whatever it is, it should always end with a mwah. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Here's some Andy for you Andy fans out there. Patricia Harrison writes in, I am throwing my arms around Michelle Kennedy. Michelle Kennedy! Because she is truly an inspiration to me, exercising every day, then being such a wonderful blessing to her patients. I give her such great love for being a dedicated nurse. I totally second that, Patricia. Wow. Yeah, she's just, her total dedication to personal transformation and just what she's doing on the front lines. Very good choice. Very cool. Michelle, you've been hugged. Mm-hmm. Lynn Golson Koremba wrote in about sending love to, who could it be? I would actually love to send some love to Martin LeBon McGregor. Yay, Martin! For his Durantham posts. They have helped me get through these tough times, putting a smile on my face and reminding me how much we are all in this together. Wonderful. Thank you so much for writing in. Martin, you've been hugged, and you have that best name, Martin LeBon McGregor. Just wrap yourself around that. Good, strong name. Look at that. Simon. Nick. Yes, please. Trista Mack writes in. Stop looking at the pictures, Andy. Okay. Trista Mack writes in about... You know, I should have like a drum roll, right? And so if you want to do a drum roll wherever you are, you know, build up the suspense for everyone, feel free to do that. Trista Mack says, I want to send a hug to Madison Holloman. Yeah! I want to send a hug to Madison Holloman. We met in Second Life on the DD Island and have been wonderful friends ever since. We finally met in real life at the Paper God show in St. Augustine. Such a joy. She's fascinating, fun, and a great graphic and audio artist with DD as a primary inspiration. Wow, that was so cool, and it was total personal treat because Maddie does so much for, you know, the putting the distractions online and all the awesomeness she does. And it's just a great choice, Trista. Very cool. Madison, you have been hugged, girl. Okay. Erica D. Gilmore is next. Erica, who did you write about? Well, she writes about Angela Rodriguez. Angela! Okay. Or would that be Durangela? My sister from another mother, Angela Rodriguez, and I have known each other since we were Duranie teenagers in school. We had endless talks about the band, mostly about my love for Simon and hers for John. We made so many other great memories too, including sleepovers, a Halloween haunted house, the teen dance club cellar door, attending an open high school where you had to be voted in by the students. Whoa. Attempting to wear black for an entire year, our goth phase, and acting like we were French when conversing with our classmates. So much fun. Lastly, her mother, father, and Uncle Z. Rinaldi took me under their wings. That meant the world to me. I feel so blessed to have Angela as a friend and sister. Those sound like fantastic memories. Love the specifics. Very, very cool. Okay. I love all the memories of what you guys did together. You know, coming on over and enjoying the band, listening to records, and it's just very cool, very special. Where were all you guys in my life? I could have totally used you. So Andrea Martin wrote in. Oh, that's a good picture. Angela writes about Benjamin Duran. Benjamin Duran, who many know as Mad Penny, that's a title, has certainly been a remarkable friend to me. When I first met Penny, her enthusiasm and love for the band was so infectious, it couldn't help but stoke my own flames. I have so many happy memories of meeting John, Nick, Simon, Andy, and Raj with her help. Penny, as a teenage Duranie, you completed my Duranie world. Oh, that's so fun. Mad Penny. Wow. That's meaty, you know? Very cool. Thank you so much, Andrea. Penny, you've been hugged. Kathy Caslin Mullen wrote in. Who did you... Oh, look at that. Kathy wrote in about sending a hug to who? I'd like to send a hug to Gretchen Rousseau. Gretchen! Thank you for being a wonderful friend. It was so great to hang out with her last week. We met ages ago on DDM and have kept our friendship strong over Facebook. I love her Duran passion and her sarcasm. A perfect combination. That is. When sarcasm is played like a finely tuned instrument, it can be quite powerful and poetic. Very cool. Valerie Vallejo, who did you write about? She wrote in about Carrie Cundiff. Carrie Cundiff. I liked DD since I was 6, but my mega love took off at 9 years old. I went to this older girl's house. She was 12, and it was all there in front of me. Posters, posters, posters! Listening to records. Carrie Cundiff, wherever you are, you impacted my life forever without even knowing it. I'm 46 now and a forever Duranie. That is cool. Going to someone's house, they just, like, you may not even keep in touch anymore, but going to someone's house and then your whole world changes. And it's like, oh my God, Duran. I mean, it's just finding that discovery. Anyway, okay. Just feeling it for you, Valerie. Patty Swanson. Who did you write about? How about, I want to honor Monique Mashman. Monique again, yay! I want to honor Monique Mashman. I have never met her in person, but she's become a great friend through Facebook. Her love for Duran Duran parallels mine, and we share so much in common. Above all, it's great to be able to have someone to talk to who understands how I feel about the band. I don't have any local Duranis that are still as hardcore as I am. Monique allows me to revive that little obsessed teenager within me, she's never gone away, and express it all with someone who gets it, because they feel the same. I wish we lived closer, and I really hope to meet her someday. That's really beautiful. I hope too. I so hope you guys get to hang out. Very cool, Patty. Thank you. Monique, you've been hugged, girl. Okay. Little power station for you. Gretchen Kobe Harmon. Who did you pick? I met this beautiful lady, Lisa Henderson Stewart. This is for you. I met this beautiful lady through the old DD board. I remember when we first met at the DD concert in Providence. She asked, "Are you girl on film?" And I said, "Yeah." And the rest was history. She is the sweetest person, a beautiful soul, and a forever friend. Oh, love that. Kathleen Holly Wad writes in. Who was it that you picked, Kathleen? Shannon Unger King has been my friend since we were 12 years old. We met through a mutual friend at our first Duran Duran concert. She has been my friend through everything. I can tell her anything, and she still wants to go to concerts with me. I love you, Shanny McShanster. They even have cute names for each other. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Kathleen Hollywood, hugging Shannon Unger King. Beautiful. Sandra Diaz writes in next. All the way from Canada, right? Who did you pick? How about Chrissy Anderson Peters? Chrissy! Still getting more love. I would love to give a shout out to one of the only people that never questioned me or wondered if I was good enough to be a Duranie. Fandom can be really hardcore for some people, and accepting a newbie Duranie is like being accepted into a private group. Growing up as a Duranie in Montreal, I never had a group of friends to get together with and travel to see the band. After I saw Duran for the first time in 2005, I tried to approach people to share the love for my favorite band, but have often gotten knocked down. Chrissy Anderson Peters changed all of that. She has always been so nice to me, and now we're actually talking about seeing the band together in the future. Thank you, Chrissy, for being that sweet soul that accepted me since day one. Oh, man, that just resonates. You know, that whole acceptance, right? I mean, life is hard enough without being accepted by people, and when someone like Chrissy comes along, so glad she did that for you, Sandra. Very special. Okay, well, more goodness from Greece. Angela Marburger writes in. Who did you pick, Angela? Could it be Michelle Peterson? Michelle Peterson! I have never met this lovely lady, but she has touched my soul in such a warm, comfortable way. It must be the perfect combination of what we have in common. Duran devotion, kitties, and witchy things. That is the perfect trifecta, and one that I would never have expected. Very cool. Kitties and witchy things. Very, very cool. Thank you. Stephanie Jemison Watkins. Who did you pick? Stephanie wrote in about, let's find out. You never know what Facebook will bring into your life. For me, it was Alice Casey. Alice, this is for you. Alice Casey. DD connected us, and it's still the band that drives us. March 2019 was the birth of our friendship as we discussed wanting to go to Seattle and dig into the archive like kids in a candy store. Later that year, you made the sweetest gesture, inviting my daughter and I to Florida for Duran Appreciation Day. So damn awesome of you. We made our plans and August just dragged getting here. But once it was time for our trip, we blew it away. On the beach with our posters, DD written in the sand, and we didn't care who witnessed us acting like teenagers. Such a fantastic weekend we had, full of food, laughter, and togetherness. Even though you and I have several hundreds of miles between us, I know you will always be there for me and me for you. That's so sweet. That's so much for you, Alice. Very cool. Michelle Perner writes in. Who did you pick, Michelle? One of my most cherished Duranis is Michelle Cooper, who I met at an Oakland show. I was with my nephew Niles, and at the time was dealing with my husband fighting cancer. We waited in line all day, and I remember how torn I felt, with my hubby resting at home, but also wanting my nephew to experience Duran Duran with me. As we waited in line, I connected with Michelle, and she helped me stay present, enjoying the excitement of what I was about to share with Niles. Since then, I have not only shared many Duranie experiences with her, but really valued her as a person in my life. Michelle has stood by me as I grieved the loss of my husband and found my footing again. I just want to say thank you for the beautiful sisterhood and friendship. We just get each other. Duranies getting Duranies. Love it so much. It's just so special. Michelle Cooper, you've been hugged. You've been hugged. Heather Larimore Edmondson writes in. Who did you write about, Heather? She writes about Tracy Lyers Kime. Oh, very cool. I think I saw Tracy earlier on here. Tracy, this is for you. I met Tracy on the floor in Vegas at my first DD concert. She is not only a wonderful Duran Duran fan, but she's also a great mother to her autistic son, who's named Duran, and a truly special friend. Oh my gosh. Heather, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful choice. Tracy, very cool. You've been hugged. Bridie Thalen Heidel wrote in about her Duranie bestie. My Duranie bestie, and so getting this, just want to build it up just right. Bridie Thalen Heidel writes about her friend named Andy, not me. Okay, so just make that clear. Okay, my Duranie bestie and I met nearly 25 years ago and quickly bonded over our love for the band. I've rarely seen a concert without her. Even at almost 50 years old, Andy and I geek out watching videos and sing at the top of our lungs. It feels like we are always 13 years young when we get together. She was there to share the most incredible night of my life. After a tweet from Duran Duran informed me I would finally meet the band, I immediately called Andy to tell her. She expressed how excited she was for me, and I said, "What? Me? You mean we? There's no way I'm doing this without you. You're coming with me to meet Duran Duran." After all these years, we did it, Andy. We actually did it. 2 weeks later, Andy and I met Simon Le Bon together, and she filmed me singing The Reflex on stage with Duran Duran. Now we have an epic Duraniversary to celebrate every September 13th. How amazing to find such a soulmate to share all this Duran love with. Oh, totally indeed. That's so cool. Sorry for the rough start there, Bridie, but yeah, that's so cool. And I've seen pictures of you and Andy together. Oh my gosh. Crazy sweetness. Crazy. Sylvia Blyleven Atveld. Who did you pick? Okay. She picked, Monica Piccinato. Oh, from Italy. I'm thinking of Monica Piccinato. She is always liking the things I post in reaction to what Duran is doing on social media, and she makes me feel very welcome, a lovely sort of person. We both like John the most and have a lot in common. So Monica, I like you very much. You have a true, kind heart. I hope one day you can meet the guys, or maybe just John. That would probably be enough for both of us. I wish you love, health, happiness, and many more musical years with our beloved Wild Boys. Oh, that's so sweet. Hold on one second while let's see, stop. Okay, there we go. That was very, very sweet, Sylvia. Monica, you have been hugged, girl. A big Italian hug. Ooh, here we go. Nori Nestor writes about, could it be Michelle Kennedy? Michelle Kennedy! I'd like to give a huge shout out to Michelle Kennedy, who was my second Duranie Facebook friend and is a fellow Simon worshipper. You make my internet life happier, confirming there are people still out there crazy like me. I love you. What a beautiful note to end on. That's so sweet. Michelle Kennedy. Oh, well, we're not done with this. We're just done with, Nori Nestor. That is so cool, Nori. Michelle, you have been hugged and you are loved. Marcela Quinones. I hope I pronounced that right. I know. After all this time, I should have your last name right. Marcela wrote in, who did you write about? Well, I think Marcella wrote about, Melissa Mahaly. Yes, another Pacific Northwest Duranie. Oh, very, very cool. I am blessed to have met Melissa a few years ago. She has been my Duranie concert buddy for a few years now. All it takes is one Duran Duran concert announcement, and we are already calling each other to figure out our hotels and flights. We both have so much going on in our lives, but I know I can always count on her to be just as crazy as I am and drop everything to go see a show. Thank you, Melissa. Oh, absolutely beautiful. I remember a moment sitting in the parking lot of Dick's restaurant, right? We were in the car, and they, spur of the moment, Marcella and Melissa were deciding, we just need to go to Vegas. We just need to go. This is, our people in our lives will understand. And it was just like this instantaneous energy between them. It was very, very cool. Melissa, you've been hugged. Michelle Wimmer Sanders wrote in. Oh, hello, Simon. Okay. Michelle Wimmer Sanders writes about love to my friend Kimberly Crawford. Kimberly! Oh, very cool. Kimberly. Love to my friend Kimberly Crawford. She and I have shared a lot back and forth. I've sent her magazines with John Taylor on the cover, and she sent me Duran goodness in return. We've never met, but our connection is real and makes my Duranie life so much better. Very cool, Kimberly. You have Michelle loving on ya. That's so cool. That's how about you two. Perfect pair. Perfect pair. Nick Glista from Canada, another Canadian Duranie. Who did you write about? Could it be? I don't want to spoil things, so I'll just read and shut up. Nick Glista writes, I'm sending a warm shout out to Caroline Robular. Caroline Robular. In March 2016, I saw this woman walking down the hall at Falls View Casino in Niagara Falls, Canada. Well, it was really her shirt that caught my eye. A nice red Duran t-shirt. I told her, nice shirt? and a Duranship blossomed. I love that. Not a friendship, but a Duranship. Caroline Robillard, and I grabbed a bite together before the show, and we discussed the merits of our favorite band, bonding more with every new topic. Though our seats weren't together, we rushed the stage at the right time and seized our Duranie joy like the wild fans we are. We became getting ahead of myself. Oh my gosh. We became Facebook friends and even took in another show together, the last one they played in Toronto. Caroline is on my mind, and I wish her the very best, especially during this trying time. Lots of beautiful feels from Canada. Thank you so much, Nick. And I think I just wanted to say Caroline's last name again, just to make sure I got it right. It's beautiful French pronunciation. Debbie Hansen writes in next. She deserves a little Simon with Shades, I think. Yeah, right? Yeah. There's a little. Yeah. So Debbie Hansen writes about who? Erin Storm. Erin, this is for you. Erin Storm and I first met through Napster. Wow, that's a long time ago. First met through Napster, sharing DD content. We've been friends all these years. She was one of my first friends online, sharing our unquenchable love for Duran and their music. I'm still so grateful for our enduring connection. Very cool. Debbie Hansen and Erin Storm. Yay! Marsha Miller. Marsha! Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you write in. Who did you write about? I'd like to recognize a very sweet someone. She seems to be more in the background of the couple she's in, but that's not a surprise, considering her partner. But she has her own thing, and it's the music. Christine Bourne has the largest vinyl and cassette collection I have ever seen. She doesn't normally bring it out, but when I came for a visit, she spent hours bringing out boxes and letting me drool carefully over the treasures inside. Thank you, Christine, for giving me time, joy, and one of my favorite memories. Oh, that's so sweet. Sweetie, that is for you. You are totally making a difference for people. So, Marsha Miller, thank you so much for doing that. That was unexpected. That's really cool. Very cool. I know Christine loves to be in the background, but not today. Not having that. David Bielski Jr. wrote in. Very, very good choice. Who did you pick? Let's find out. It's a journey. It's a mystery. David writes, it took me less than half a second to realize who I wanted to talk about, and was immediately hit with a wave of good feelings. One of the two dear old friends I Duranned out with in high school, Amy Littman. Amy, this is for you! Okay, Amy Littman. She and I would hang out with our other Duranie bestie, and we would indulge our passion together, collecting, watching and trading videos we taped off the TV, and comparing notes over lots of magazines. Oh, it sounds like heaven. Tour after tour, we saw shows together, cheered each other on, and turned simple teenage swap sessions into a lifetime of camaraderie. The memories of time spent together are so, so precious. 3 quiet kids made a difference for each other. I will always be grateful for that, and the band who brought us together. That's beautiful. Amy Littman. And David, thank you so much for sharing that. Wonderful memories. Just wonderful. I wish I could have been the, just joining that little tight crew that you had. Sounds wonderful. Fabi writes in from Argentina. Who did you write about, Fabi? Here's a little Arcadia for Fabi. Sorry I don't have a picture of Niall for you. Okay. Fabi writes in, out of all the very dear friends I've made because of Duran Duran, Anu Anu is one who managed to surprise me. Oh, Anu, this is for you. Love you. Okay, Anu is the one who managed to surprise me by flying halfway around the world just to be at my wedding. Not only is Finland far away from Argentina, but Anu also flew into quite a culture shock as my crazy Argentine wedding was far from the calm, civil ceremonies she knew. I doubt she'll ever forget that ride, and neither will I. Anu, I love you. You are my sister. Thank you for being there for me always. I will always be here for you. Distance is only a word. That is just beautiful. And, Fabi had also described her wedding, and it just, I'm sorry I didn't include it here, but it just sounded like a huge buffet, like a carnival of like food and music and dancing and just like crazy. Very, very cool. So that's beautiful. I've seen so many pictures of Fabi and Anu. Wonderful dream team. Okay, Barb Allendorfer-Cleveno. Oh my gosh, Barb, love you. Okay, who did you write about? There is no way I could let this go by without saying how much my dear friend and fellow Duran lover, Kate Bovey, means to me. Kate Bovey! Kate! Okay, we met our sophomore year in high school, and when we discovered our mutual love of Duran Duran, we were joined at the hip. She loved John, and I loved Nick. We spent endless hours plotting how we would meet them, shopping for outfits, makeup, and accessories we thought they would like or even wear themselves. The memories are many and magical. Spending the night in line for Big Thing tour tickets, singing and laughing all night long on the sidewalk with other Duranis and homeless people. Sneaking into the band's hotel and spotting Simon from behind a potted plant before being escorted out by security. Oh my gosh. Duran events, life events, she's always been there. We don't have to say a word to each other at a show. It's like we speak the same language and we're both right where we are meant to be, together. I love her to pieces, and she will always be in my heart, my Duran sister. I've had the good fortune of meeting both of them. Just really beautiful people. Love it. Thank you so much, Barb. And finally, John Skinner writes in. John has felt the love in this, so who did John write about? John writes about, well, this is what he says. It's been a genuine pleasure getting to know Susie Taylor. Susie! A fellow Mega Duranie in Hungary. I know she's been through some really tough times over the past few years with lots of personal loss, and yet she's still managed to make me smile and feel an even bigger admiration for our band. I know Duran's music has helped pull her through, and her resilience and bravery makes her one of the most selfless, inspiring fans I have ever known. I'd love it if the Duranie universe joined me in giving her a massive hug to make her feel special and loved in our Duran world. Wow, that is ultimate tenderness to close on. And so, yeah, here's my hug, Susie. Very, very sweet, John. Thank you so much. I know we're all going through lots of stuff, but man, do we have our backs covered and our hands held by each other. There's more Arcadia. We are amazing, amazing group of people. We've just all accomplished so much, and we've done it with so many beautiful people in our lives, like these friends that have just lasted year after year. And, I have so many of you in my corner as well. So many just amazing. I love you all. I really do. And I'm not going to, try to pick, name everybody, because there's just no way in the world. And everyone who had to pick one would definitely resent me. So I just am very grateful for all of you, and it always makes me, it just makes me imagine my own 13-year-old is constantly aware of all the people out there leaving a light on for me. So I love you guys so very much. This has been beautiful, touching, and we got this. We are going to outlast all of this horrible stuff. We're going to get on to bigger things and better things, and we're all just going to do it together. That's what it's going to be. I love you so much. Thank you for being part of this, and be safe, be kind, and leave a light on. Okay? Love you guys so much. Thank you. Till next time.